The instant Eala stepped out of the design center Linz tunnel, the cool Austrian spring air was already filled with excitement. Thousands of Filipino supporters had traveled from every corner of Europe, from Vienna, Munich, Zurich, Milan, and beyond, hoping to catch even a brief glimpse of their tennis idol. They had stood outside for hours in the chilly weather, Philippine flags draped across their shoulders, while chants of "Laban Alex" echoed throughout the streets of Linz for several days. Yet what unfolded next exceeded everyone's expectations. Eala didn't simply wave to the crowd, nor did she stop after signing a few autographs. Instead, she reached into a bag and removed stack after stack of shirts from her own Eala collection, jerseys proudly displaying the sampaguita, the national flower of the Philippines, before personally handing them to the waiting fans. The reaction that followed was unforgettable. Supporters surged toward the barriers, tears rolling down their cheeks, while countless phones were lifted high to capture the emotional scene. Security personnel rushed to maintain order. Meanwhile, inside the tournament control room, WTA officials watched everything unfold on their monitors with expressions combining amazement, concern, and something even deeper. Eala wasn't merely giving away merchandise. She was sharing something far more meaningful, a genuine piece of herself. They had already witnessed the Eala phenomenon in Melbourne, Dubai, and Miami, yet nothing compared to what unfolded in Linz. A player personally handing out her own merchandise. A gathering so massive that security struggled to manage it. A scene that resembled a sold-out music concert far more than a tennis practice. The WTA responded cautiously. In a brief statement released later that day, the organization explained, "We are aware of the events at the Linz Open and are working alongside tournament officials to ensure the safety and security of everyone attending. We commend Eala for her generosity and her dedication to her supporters." Away from the public eye, however, insiders described a much different mood. "They're genuinely amazed," one source revealed. "No one really knows how to manage something like this. She's no longer simply a tennis player. She's become a worldwide phenomenon, and the WTA has never had a blueprint for handling someone with this level of influence." The organization's challenge was not entirely new. During the Australian Open in January, Eala's opening round match on Court 6 attracted lines that wrapped around Melbourne Park, forcing security personnel to turn hundreds of spectators away. Her pre-tournament press conference generated 196,000 views, more than 6 times the audience of Carlos Alcaraz and nearly 20 times the total recorded by world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka. In Dubai, ticket demand increased by 48% compared with the previous year. When Rafael Nadal watched the videos from Linz, his reaction was immediate and deeply emotional. The 22-time Grand Slam champion, who has coached Eala at his academy in Mallorca for 7 years, has witnessed her remarkable growth from a 12-year-old girl into an international sensation. She arrived at the academy at only 12 years old, so young and so far from home, Nadal recalled during an interview in Mallorca. She didn't speak the language, she didn't know anyone, but she possessed something special, determination, passion, and an unwillingness to quit. Nadal has witnessed every important chapter of Eala's journey. When she reached the Miami Open semi-finals in 2025 by defeating 3 Grand Slam champions, including Iga Swiatek in straight sets, he was watching proudly. When she advanced to her first WTA final in Eastbourne later that season before suffering a heartbreaking 3-set defeat despite holding match points, he remained by her side. And when criticism intensified, he stepped forward once again, even calling emergency press conferences to defend her.